probably already fans. So they don't really need to see a Pacific Rim sizzle reel.
Right.
So I decided to cut together a special, me and my editor spent 2 days this week, and we cut together a special 7-minute piece just for you guys. And so I'm pretty chipped because I'm just really waiting to see you guys' response to what it is that we did.
I mean, I think one of the reasons why, I mean, obviously the movies are great, but you also you're sort of a character in the meta part of the movie too, because people, just like if you go to the New Beverly or you see how clearly intense you are about making sure the lenses are right, like you love this. This is like if one of you guys just started making movies, like that's basically what you get to do.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, well, people keep asking me about San Diego Comic-Con, and I remember, you know, the days when I used to come here like in '88 and '89 and '90, where it's like, July was like the most important time of the year. I basically made $10,000 a year from my minimum wage job, and you would just save all year long for July, so you could come down here and you and 5 guys would rent a room together and stay so you could spend another night here, and like just spend my money on bootleg videos and vintage movie posters and action figures and all kinds of cool stuff, like lunch boxes, Man from Uncle lunch boxes, the artwork by Jack Davis on it. It was awesome.
And have you been enjoying watching the growth of Comic-Con?
Yeah, no, very much so. I mean, some people complain about it and everything, but the other thing about like, oh, it's not about comic books anymore, that's BS. I actually came here 2 years ago, I wore a mask so no one knew who I was, and I actually filled in all these holes in my comic book collection.
It is.
Usually I wear a Lucha Libre mask, but that's...
Yeah,
if you see Blue Demon walking around, it might be me.
It's fun. There's so many people. It's hot and fun. It's sweaty. It's the only place you have to wash your hands before you go to the bathroom. But it doesn't matter. Like it's a good time. But but being able to, when you basically went antique shopping to find these lenses.
Oh yeah.
So how did you guys decide? Well, this is the way we have to do it. This ultra rare, ultra old way to present this movie.
Well, it was just the fact that like, you know, we were first just looking for really cool scope 70mm lenses, but when we found these ones, and it's like the biggest format available, 276, you know, so normal scope is 235, this is 276, so it literally is the biggest format available, other than some 360 thing that they have at, you know, Grand Canyon stuff at Disneyland. And I remember the movie shot in this. You know, these lenses are actually, it's not they use these same type of lenses on Ben-Hur. They used these lenses on Ben-Hur.
Wow.
These lenses they only made one set of them. They only exist as this group. So these are the lenses that made Ben-Hur. These are the lenses that they shot It's a Mad, 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 Mad World in. They shot the Battle of the Bulge in, the Marlon Brando Mutiny on the Bounty. These are the same lenses they used.
This is a tremendous, how are you not like, can you hand me that? Oh shit, like how do you not? I mean, you're basically guarding history.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
But it's working history.
Yeah, no, well actually our question was because we were shooting in such frigid, cold environments. So, that like normal cameras just freeze and stuff. Normal lenses freeze all the time. And so I was wondering, like, how are these going to work out there in that cold? But the camera department just did a fantastic job of just putting test after test after test and putting them under the right conditions, keeping them warm. We never had a situation where they stopped working and we couldn't work that day. They never had a situation where they froze. It was really... I had such a great camera department. I don't know if I would have the balls to actually have done the film without a camera department that I could so truly trust in pulling this off.
Yeah, and do you feel like, the camera department, not all directors come out here and give props to other people who work for them. They just take the accolades themselves, so that's very kind of you. But do you, why was it important for you to tell this particular story this way? Was that when you first envisioned the movie, you were like, we want to shoot it as wide as possible, or did that just evolve?
Well, it sort of kind of evolved as time went on. I mean, the initial idea is, I am not a fan of digital projection. I mean, everyone knows that I'm not a fan of shooting on digital, but I'm not even a fan of digital projection. By losing film projection, to me, we've already ceded too much ground to the barbarians. And so the thing about it is, my feeling is, okay, look, I didn't work 20 years to work to diminishing returns. And so just the idea of shooting my movie, and we have a couple of screenings in 35, and then just the rest are DCPs, that's not why I got into this business. That's not the movie industry I signed up for. And so I thought, well, if I shoot it in 70, they're going to have to release it in 70 or else they wouldn't waste that money. So that was the initial idea, all right, was saying, well, if we do it in 70, then I will guarantee definitely some film, quite a few film screenings around the world, even though I know that this is going to still be playing in mostly 3,000 theaters and digital. But then what happened is once we got these lenses and we started putting it together, then it all kind of really kept evolving. One of the things people say to me all the time, they go, yeah, but you know, we've heard that most of the film takes place in one area, like Reservoir Dogs. Right. All right. So what's the point of shooting 70mm for that? And I'm really looking forward to the film kind of my movie breaking that notion, because there is this sort of notion that basically 70mm is for travel logs. Basically, it's to shoot Lawrence of Arabia. It's all about desert landscapes or mountainscapes, and then that's why people would shoot 70mm. No, when you shoot a big 70mm format like that and you shoot it indoors, it can actually be more intimate. It can actually take you closer to the actors. It can make everything more vivid and more vital. So it's not just for shooting travel logs. It's not just for shooting beautiful scenery. It's for shooting great drama.
Well, I think that is an excellent place. Maybe we should show these people some of the things that you're talking about right now. So
are you guys ready to meet some of the Hateful Eight?
Never before seen footage cut specifically for Hall H. Roll the footage! Hateful